Hello YouTube again, this is Annabelle56 here. Okay, we're going to be looking at C.S. Lewis and his Narnia series. Okay, in my DVDs I've got the cartoon version. Look, I'm even being kind in getting them out. So yeah, it's quite a good version. I enjoyed that version. I've got the BBC's 1980s and early 90s version. I really like this version, but then again, I was a child when watching it. The music's good, the casting's good, the effects aren't, because CGI wasn't invented. Well, it was just kind of beginning to be, but it wasn't there. But it is really, really good. It does The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and The Silver Chair. They were going to do The Last Battle, but that got shelved because of the requirements of the story. And then we've got the most recent one, which was Disney, and Disney did Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, and then kind of backed out at The Voyage of Dawn Treader because it just wasn't making the money. And I think C.S. Lewis said something regarding his books, that you have to get kind of like books that have religious or Christian ideas past Sleeping Dragons, and that's very true. Because I think Harry Potter does have elements of Christianity in it as a series. And we all know that C.S. Lewis's books do. They are simply... they are a bit Enid Blyton writing-wise. But then again, they are aimed at sort of younger children. C.S. Lewis was writing for sort of like... I'm going to go with 7 to about 12-year-olds. But the series is really, really good for the age group, I think. And it's a great introduction to Christianity, if that's your thing. So, yeah. And I just feel kind of bad that Disney didn't really know how to handle it, because I believe that Walt Disney would have been able to. The books are written sort of 1940s, 1950s, so the attitudes of people in them are going to be different, and they aren't contemporary. I think they did the first one really, really well, especially with having Mr. Tumnus played by a younger actor. I think that really, really helped the story. Don't you just love that? It looks like a wardrobe. There's some beautiful things in Narnia, and I think that the first one was done really well. Prince Caspian was done really well, and I love the fact that they keep bringing back the White Witch as a presence throughout it. And I mean, I know C.S. Lewis did say that the Green Witch in the Silver Chair is a separate villain from the White Witch, but in my head, I don't consider that to be true. Because, I mean, the White Witch herself said, I mean, whoever heard of a witch who really died? I love that quote. It's awesome. So, yeah, that's my series of Narnia stuff and my Narnia books. I will get them out for you, actually. Oh, come on. Okay, so this is The Last Battle. Look at that. The artwork on this is just fantastic. You would need an awful lot of CGI to do them properly. And I think with the Chronicles of Narnia, you do need some basic understanding of the Christian story. And I know that in Europe and in the UK as a whole, especially sort of like younger generations, haven't got that understanding anymore. So some of the symbolism that he uses might come across a little bit simplistic, or they might not understand it. The Magician's Nephew is the first one. These books are in the order that they should be read in. C.S. Lewis didn't write them in the order that he wanted people to read them. That came kind of later. Magician's Nephew is the first book. Then The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, which he wrote first. He wrote that for a child called Lucy. The Horse and His Boy is actually a story that's set during the Pensives' rule. Then you've got Prince Caspian, which is after they get sent back to Earth. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader is just Edmund and Lucy's kind of like last hurrah in Narnia, and the redemption of Eustace Scrubb. The Silver Chair, Eustace and Jill Pole. And then last battle is Eustace and Jill Pole. It is quite sad because, major spoiler, all the pensive characters, apart from Susan, die in a train crash. So it is about how to handle death. There are some deep themes in here if they were allowed to actually come through. And I love the artwork. One of the things that I think that is really lovely about the Narnia series is the fact you get these lovely drawings through the books, through all of them actually. See, got a horse there flying. So it really does take you to another world. And I love the fact that the children's books now are containing more illustrations, because I know they went through a period of like, we mustn't have any illustrations in them because it's distracting them from reading and using their imagination. And I just thought, well, that's just ridiculous, because how is a 5-year-old child meant to know what a dragon looks like if he's never actually sort of seen a dragon? But I guess he could use his imagination. But, you know, it's always kind of nice to have an aid to it. Because I think one of the things that we have now in our films is our films are so visual, especially with CGI, like things like Avatar. And our world is so immersive that you almost don't need to think. You just need to sort of have this awe and absorb it. And you don't need to sort of take part. That way you just need to sort of follow the plot and look at the pretty images. And I guess, because I know that C.S. Lewis, he didn't like the TV. He thought that it was bad, that it robbed people of their ability to think. And I guess he was kind of right. Okie dokie, I'm going to move on, and in my next video we're going to look at Tolkien, and we're going to compare him to C.S. Lewis, because that'll be quite explosive. Bye!